The Facebook post is all about a humorous meme about a heartbreak, specifically referencing a situation where someone's only brother experiences a broken heart. The post uses a Filipino phrase, "So far wala naman pero ba't di nyo subukan?" which translates roughly to, "So far nothing but why don't you try it?" This suggests that the poster is playfully commiserating with their brother and possibly making light of the situation. The target audience for this post is likely the poster's friends and family, who would understand the humor and the context of the meme. Given that the post was made public, anyone on Facebook could potentially see it. However, the content is relatively innocuous and unlikely to raise significant concerns for most employers. While a very strict employer might view the humor as unprofessional and immature, it's unlikely to be a major factor in most hiring decisions. This analysis did not lead to any changes in privacy settings, as the post's public nature was intentional. The Facebook post appears to be a message shared on behalf of someone named Kishan, expressing strong negative emotions towards their former crush. The post uses profanity and conveys anger and resentment towards the individual. The target audience for this post is likely Kishan's friends and family, who would have access to their Facebook accounts. Given that the post was made public, anyone on Facebook could potentially see it. A potential employer might view this post negatively due to the use of profanity, the display of strong negative emotions, and the overall unprofessional tone. This analysis suggests that adjusting privacy settings to limit the visibility of this post would be beneficial for job applications. The Facebook post is all about the Netflix series Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, posted by Kiran Tamundong. The shared post appears to be a light-hearted and ironic remark acknowledging the disturbing nature of the series while referencing Evan Peters' portrayal of the notorious serial killer. The target audience for this comment is likely the viewers of the original post and anyone interested in the series. Given that the comment is public, anyone on Facebook can potentially see it. While the comment may raise some eyebrows, due to its subject matter, it is unlikely to significantly impact most job applications. The humor is dark but not offensive, and it demonstrates an awareness of current pop culture. This analysis did not lead to any changes in privacy settings, as the comment's public nature was likely intentional.
First post shows a romantic proposal in Batanes, where the man expresses his lifelong commitment to his partner. It seems intended for friends and family, but if private settings are privacy, anyone can view it. Personally, I find this post heartwarming and inspiring, as it reflects love and commitment. For a strict employer focused on professionalism, this post is unlikely to harm job prospects since personal and appropriate. However, limiting visibility to friends ensures privacy and avoids unnecessary scrutiny. Adjusting private settings will be a wise choice to balance sharing milestones while maintaining a professional image. The second post discusses an incident where Alex Gonzaga apologized to Alan Cristobal after a misunderstanding as shown in the image, and a handwritten note that confirms the issue was resolved. The intended audience appears to be those familiar with the individuals or interested in public updates of this nature. However, since the post is public, it is accessible to a broader audience, including unintended viewers like potential employers. If an employer prioritizes professionalism and discretion, this type of post could affect hiring chances. Publicly sharing personal situations, even when resolved positively, might be viewed as unprofessional or lacking in discretion. To avoid such risks, adjusting privacy settings or being more mindful about sharing sensitive content publicly would be advisable. Failing to take such actions could indicate a lack of awareness about how this post may affect professional opportunities. The third post humorously depicts a before and after scenario of someone consuming alcohol, with the first image showing the individual looking composed and sober and the second image showing them in a visual, possibly intoxicated state. My take on this post is that it's intended as light-hearted content meant to entertain or share a relatable moment with friends. The intended audience likely includes close friends or persons who would appreciate the humor in social drinking experiences. However, depending on the privacy settings, this post might be visible to a broader audience, including acquaintances, family, or even strangers, especially if it has been shared publicly.
The post was about Maurice crying in front of her laptop and my caption was, "Si ate ko ay isang Makati," referring to an issue involving her and Anthony Jennings. At that time, Anthony's ex revealed their conversations, which showed that both Maurice and Anthony had cheated on their respective partners. The target audience for the post was primarily all the Filipinos, aiming to raise awareness about the importance of loyalty in relationships and discourage tolerating such behavior. The post was set to visible only to friends, as I rarely set my post to public unless necessary. However, I recognize that such posts could affect my chances of getting hired by an employer who values professionalism, as they might reflect negatively on my behavior. To address this, I adjusted my social media privacy settings, keeping them restricted to friends but further customizing them to ensure that those I don't want to see my posts cannot access them. The second post was about a praise, "Kulang ka sa kiss kaya kapayat," and my caption was, "Kaya pala hindi ako tumataba," intended as a humorous take. My target audience for this post was my close friends who share a witty and funny humor like me. According to my privacy settings, only my friends can see the post. However, I recognize that such posts might affect my chances of being hired by employers or companies that are strict about maintaining a professional image. While some might see it as a joke, others might not, so it's better to delete posts like this and clean up my social media feeds to avoid any misunderstandings. To address this, I adjusted my privacy settings, keeping posts visible only to friends but customizing them further to exclude specific people I don't want to see this type of content. The third and last post was about a praise, yung nag-IT ka pero pang HRM ang skills mo, accompanied by a crying emoji as my caption. The target audience from this post is my classmates and batchmates from the same course. According to my privacy settings, only my friends can view this post. However, I realized that this post might negatively affect my chances of being hired by a strict employer in the industry. They might perceive it as a lack of confidence and competence in my chosen field, since the post humorously references HRM skills instead of IT. To prevent misunderstandings, I've adjusted my privacy settings, carefully selecting who can view my posts. Additionally, I routinely delete older posts after a few months to maintain a cleaner and more professional social media feed. This image shows a screenshot of a mobile phone displaying a video from the Reels feature of an app. The video is a clip of a woman, Maurice Rachelle, speaking about an issue with her loved-in partner, Anthony. The caption reads, Maurice Rachelle hindi na inakala na mapapahiya siya in public, which translates to Maurice Rachelle didn't expect to embarrass in public. The woman in the video appears to be emotional, possibly discussing a sensitive topic. The video is likely a popular post on the platform, judging by the number of likes and comments. The overall tone of the image is dramatic and attention-grabbing. The intended audience for the post is Filipino, aiming to raise awareness about the importance of not tolerating such behavior. It highlights the value of loyalty and faithfulness in relationships. The visibility of the post is determined by my current privacy setting. It is now set to friends of friends, meaning that both of my friends and their friends can view it. This adjustment reflects a choice to share the post with a more limited audience compared to the public setting, while still reaching beyond just my immediate. This demonstrates a thoughtful understanding of social media privacy settings and their impact on the reach and visibility of posts. It's difficult to say for sure. While the content of the post might raise some concerns for a strict employer, it ultimately depends on the specific context and the employer's values. The question asks about potential impact of social media posts on professional opportunities, specifically for an employer who is very strict about their professional image. The answer acknowledges that the post, especially the emotional and potentially controversial nature of the video, could be perceived negatively by such an employer. However, it is recognized that the impact could vary depend on the specific context and the employer's values. For example, if the employer is aware of the individual work in the entertainment industry and understand the nature of their public persona, they might not view the post as a significant negative factor. Understanding the importance of maintaining a professional online presence, especially when seeking employment. The privacy setting is still set to friends of friends. As the post is the news update about the celebrity couple, Augie Diaz and Elise Hosen, and their alleged involvement in a cheating issue with Maurice Rical and Anthony Jennings. The post also mentions Joshua Garcia, another celebrity, and a Momo, acronym related to a make-out lang event. The post, written in Filipino, targets a Filipino audience interested in celebrity gossip and entertainment news. It specifically targets those who follow Ogie Diaz, Alice Horson, Maurice Racal, and Anthony Jen, as well as fans of Filipino entertainment in general. The post uses informal language and references specific events and personalities familiar to this audience, making more engaging and relatable for those within this specific demographic. The post is currently set to be visible to friends of friends. The impact of social media posts on professional opportunities depend on the employer's values and context. For a strict employer focused on a professional image, emotional or controversial posts could raise concerns. However, the effect may vary based on an individual field and public persona. If an employer is familiar with the individual work, especially in industries like entertainment, they may be more understanding of such posts. Overall, maintaining a professional online presence is crucial when seeking employment. The privacy setting is still set to friends of friends as an audience. The post is playfully joke, telling someone not to attend class because the class doesn't want to see them. It seemed to be a friendly message of a schoolmate or friend. For those who love to show off on social media about school stuff but in reality aren't really like that. Just trying to be cool kid role in school. The post is currently set to be visible to friends of friends. Posts that portray you trying to be a cool kid could affect your chances to getting hired by a strict employer. Such posts may give the impression that you prioritize fitting in or seeking attention over professionalism. Employers who value a strong professional image may interrupt these types of posts as a sign of maturity or a lack of focus on the job. Even if intended as harmless or humorous, showcasing cool kid behavior on social media might make the employer question whether you can maintain a professional demi- demeanor in the workplace. It's important to present yourself in a way that reflects your ability to be responsible, reliable, and mature. It's more likely that is comfortable with the current privacy setting and it's happy to share its type of content with their friends and followers. It's safe to assume that they did not take any action to change their privacy setting.
What is the post about? The post is humorous reel showing someone relaxing on a hammock, with the caption implying that lives become luxurious after starting an illegal business. Who was the target audience? The target audience was friends and followers who enjoy edgy humor, who can currently view it. These posts are customized with privacy settings so they are hidden from my relatives and only selected friends and followers can view it. Would this affect hiring chances and why? Yes, it could. A strict employer might see the post as inappropriate and unprofessional. Even if it's meant as a joke, it might be misinterpreted as endorsing illegal behavior. Did you take any action and why? I would consider changing the post privacy settings to restrict it to close friends and archiving it. This ensures my online presence looks more professional and avoid misinterpretation. What what is the post about? The post features a meme about trading, humorously responding to someone saying trading is just a gambling with the caption you just made his monthly salary in 3 hours. Who was the target audience? Friends and followers interested in trading who enjoy financial related humor. Who can currently view it? These posts are customized. Only close and selected friends can see it. Would this affect hiring chances and why? Yes, it might. A strict employer could view it as promoting risky financial behavior or gambling. Did you take any action and why? I would consider changing the privacy settings to restrict visibility or archiving the post to avoid giving off the wrong impression to future employers. What is the post about? The post is a meme git commands, git commit, git push, and git add, humorously comparing them to different stages of a airplane taking off. Who was the target audience? Target audience was likely friends, classmates, or any in tech or programming who would understand the humor. Who can currently view it? These posts are customized, only close and selected friends can see it. Would this affect hiring chances and why? Unlikely, as it is a light-hearted and relatable tech jokes. However, a very strict employer might view it as unprofessional. Did you take any action and why? I wouldn't take any action since this post is harmless and show personality.
The post highlights the message that children suffer the most in wars. just like in the Netflix series Arcane, where Isha, one of my favorite characters in the series, died to save her family and other lives. The target audience likely include people who are socially aware, empathetic, and care about issues such as war, human rights, and the protections of innocent lives. The post is set to a privacy settings where only my friends can see that post. This post is unlikely to harm professional prospects since it conveys empathy and awareness about social issues. A strict employer might view it positively as a sign of the person's compassion and understanding of important global matters. I did change my privacy settings from public to friends only because I want to share only to my close ones. The post is a humorous screenshot of a chat where someone repeatedly says, "Hey," and the reply humorously calls for more meaningful conversation. Please talk with purpose. You can't be hey-haying every day. The post highlights a relatable situation about shallow or repetitive online conversations. The target audience are my friends and relatives who can relate to the humor of repetitive, aimless messaging, especially in modern online chatting scenarios. The post is set to a privacy settings where only my friends can see that post. The post is lighthearted and humorous without being offensive or inappropriate. A strict employer might not see this post as harmful but could view it as a casual reflection of my personality. However, some might prefer a more reserved online presence. I did change my privacy settings from public to friends only because I want to share only to my close ones. The last post is a humorous meme showing two sneakers, one very dirty and worn out, representing how I talk to my sister, and one clean and pristine, representing my lover. It humorously contrasts casual siblings interaction with a more idealized or respectful view of love. The target audience of that post are likely my friends, family, and social media followers, especially those who can relate to having playful sibling relationships or who enjoy light-hearted humor. Again, the post is set to a privacy settings where only my friends can see that post. This post is light-hearted and clean with no offensive content. While it is formal and humorous, it is unlikely to harm my professional image unless the employer strictly requires a completely serious and formal online presence. I did change my privacy settings regarding this post from public to friends only because I want to share only to my close relatives and close friends.